Hi everyone, my name is Sandrine. Welcome to episode 2 of How in the World Do You Pronounce It? My goal here is to help you make sense, pronounce, and practice all the challenging French names of cities and mountain peaks of Stage 5, Lille Métropole, to Arenberg Porte du Hainaut for this 2022 edition of the Tour de France. I am a native of France and I want to demystify the French language. Remember, you will have to or try to exaggerate your vowels. We will talk again about the easy way to pronounce the French R. And the big smile that I like to refer to as the banana smile. And we'll take a good breath before pronouncing the longest names. All right. If you hear big booms behind me, it's just because I'm recording this on the eve of the 4th of July. And, oh well, what can you do? It's party time. Okay, ready? Let's go. So, stage 5 is departing from Lille Métropole, and it's going to arrive at Arenberg Porte du Hainaut. We'll talk more about that. Let's start. So, once they depart from Lille Métropole, so we can work on this one, of course, a little bit. Lille, with a big smile, a banana smile for the E sound. And this is very important because in French, we have two sounds that for some people, many people, sound a bit the same. So that's the reason why I want to make sure we can differentiate them. So here is the E sound, and that's why I call it banana smile, or a banana smile, right? I should take my own advice and pronounce my vowels in English. Lille, Lille, I, Lille, 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 Métropole, Métropole. So we have the sound E, O. Actually, we're going to say E, O, O. E, O, O, and O ends with an L, so ol, right? So it's E, O, ol, métropole, métropole. Let's take a good breath. Métropole. All right, let's start. So our favorite writers will have their first stop, their first finish at 20.7. Yeah, it's kilometer 20.7 au kilomètre 20,7 in the little town of Sizouin. Yes. Do not look at the way the town or all these towns are spelled, right? Just, trust me on that, and I will pronounce them the right way for you. That's what I'm here for. So let's go back at it. Sizouin, Sizouin. So again, big smile. Si. And then we have the wah sound. Wah, 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 right? Wah, 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 with a z. So zouin, zouin, zouin. So we have si, zouin, si, zouin. Let's take a good breath. Si, zouin, si, zouin. All right? Next stop is at kilometer 26.9 au kilomètre 26,9. We have, listen to this, Tant pleuve, pardon, tant pleuve en Pével. Tant pleuve en Pével. Now we can do this. Let me break it down. Tant pleuve en œuvre. En œuvre. Tant pleuve. Tant pleuve. And there's right after this word is en. So it's a bit tricky. We have, so in some ways, the good part is that we have twice the sound en. En. Let's try. Tant pleuve en. Tant pleuve en. And the next word, part of this name is Pével. Pével. So there's the sound E and the sound E with an L. So we have E, L. See, that's why I just want to make sure we differentiate E with E. E is such a big banana smile, but here we have E, so it's higher up in your mouth, if you will, right? E. And then L, L. E, L. Pével, Pével. Now, let's try it together. Let's take a good breath, and we'll do it a few times. Tant pleuve en Pével. Tant pleuve en Pével. And one more time, encore une fois, one more time. Tant pleuve en Pével. Yep. Now we're past that and we're going to kilometer 37.2. Au kilomètre 37,2, we have Mérigny. Mérigny. Here we have twice the sound E, the banana smile, and the first one is a E. The second one is a ñ. Ñ that goes into the E. So it's ni. Ni. So E, ni. But then at the beginning we have an E. So we're going to try this and do E, ni. Okay? From there, the town's name starts with an M. So it's M. And it's Mérigny. Oh yeah, we do have the French R too, right? So remember in episode 1 we went through that. But let's do it again. The French R can be very easy. You just place your tongue at the bottom of your mouth. It stays put and you just exhale. So basically it's a breath. And it goes like, ha, right? Yes, this is pretty much the French R. Some, in different parts of France, it can be more guttural. But overall, this will get you to the, perfect French R, right? So, let's go back to Mérigny. Mérigny is Mérigny, right? Good breath. Let's say it together. Mérigny. Mérigny. There you go. All right, next up is kilometer 48 au kilomètre 48. And here we have Flin les Raches. We can do this. I know we can. Flin les Raches. So here again we have the E sound, banana smile, E, E, E. Flin, flin, flin. It's pretty much similar to the name Flynn, right? But it's with a, again, accentuated E. A big banana smile. Flin, 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 les, et, right? Les, rache, rache. R, so tongue at the bottom of your mouth stays put, and exhale. Rache, rache, right? Once again, encore une fois. Good breath. Flin, les, rache. Encore. Once again, hold on. Let's try a good breath. Flin, les, rache. Flin, les, rache. There you go. All right. Next, at kilometer 58.7, au kilomètre 58,7, they will arrive at Bécancour. Bécancour. Now, here we go. Let's try this one. Let's break it down. Here we have et, en, our. Encore, again, et, en, our. And it goes like this. Bécancour. Bécancour. Good breath with me. Bécancour. Bécancour. Yep. Yeah, not too bad, huh? All right, next up. Next up is it's at kilometer 68.2 au kilomètre 68,2. And here we have the town of Erchin. Erchin. So it's basically the sound R, which is the R in French, right? R. Again, just a breath. R, right? Erchin. The sound un, number one, un, Dunkerque, etc. In episode 1, we had plenty of names of towns with this sound in their name. Bléquin, Lambre, and Virquin. Now here, it's pretty easy, I think, but let's go. Erchin. Good breath. Erchin. Yes. Not bad, huh? All right, next up, at kilometer 79.7, au kilomètre 79,7, they will depart from, okay, we can do this, Villers-au-Tertre. Yeah, that sounds crazy, but let me break it down. All right. Villers, donc I-R, right? Villers, 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 au. Villers, au, Villers, au. Good breath. Villers, au. And then we have Tertre. Tertre. Not that easy because there are two T's and the R, so I know it's a bit tricky, but we can do this. So it starts with terre, terre. Little breath for the R, for the R. Terre, terre. And then it's tere, tere. And a bit shortened. Tre, tre. Go back. Terre. Or actually, yeah, tertre, tertre, tertre. Then we'll shorten it. Tertre. And we focus on the first syllable. Tertre. Wow. Let's do it again. Take a good breath with me. Villers-au-Tertre. Encore again. Villers-au-Tertre. Yes, okay. So they depart from Villers-au-Tertre to arrive at Fressin. Fressin. So we have et un. Fressin. Frais-saint. 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 Again, a good breath with me. Avec moi. Frais-saint. Yep, not bad, huh? Okay, next. Kilomètre 92.7 au kilomètre 92,7. They will arrive at, not too bad, I think, Abencourt. Abencourt. Now, perfect example of the French A, which is ah. Remember, if you heard or listened to episode the first episode from stage 4, that was Dunkerque to Calais, the ah we can think about for English speakers the name Gavin. Ah. So here we have Abencourt. Abencourt. Court. En, right? So together we can do this. Take a good breath. Start with an A. Abencourt. Abencourt. And then we can just try again and say it a bit faster. Abencourt. There you go. All right, next, at kilometer 100.6 au kilomètre 100,6, they will depart from, again, do not read too much the spelling of these towns, because check this out, this is how it's pronounced. Éoire. 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 So once again, it's not an E, it's a E. Éoire. Wa-war. French R, right? Éoire. Éoire. To arrive at Paillancourt. Paillancourt. Okay, let's break this one down. Paillancourt. So pa with a French A, pa. Then we have the sound ya. That will go into en. So ya and en will give us yon. And it ends with cour. Now, we did have that already with Picancourt, Abencourt, and now we have Paillancourt, right? So, again, encore, Paillancourt. Paillancourt, yep. All right, next up, at kilometer 106.5 au kilomètre 106,5, they will depart. So they have all these little, if I may say so, little races, right? I guess they are sprints or TTs, I guess. They will depart from, okay, let's do this one. It's called Hainaut. Now, you know, one, just maybe like number 1, but with a French accent. So that would be one, O, and it kind of goes together. Hainaut, back. I've got your back. Hainaut. Encore, once again. Hainaut. A good breath. Hainaut. Yep. And to arrive at, well, let's go for this one. Marc en Ostrevent. I know it sounds so hard, but again, we'll just break it down and we can do it. Marque, 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 en, en. So again, marque en, and then we have to link the N actually here. There's an N at en that we can't hear, but well, we will link it to the next word. En nostre vent, en nostre vent, en nostre vent. Now, good breath. We're going to say marque en nostre vent. Good breath with me. Avec moi, with me. Marque en nostre vent. Encore. Marque en nostre vent. Yes. All right. Next. At kilometer 110.9, au kilomètre 110,9, they will depart from... I feel so bad. Let's go. Émerchicourt. Okay, the good news is the and is the same as in Paillancourt, Abancourt, et Pécancourt. Now, let's break it down though. The beginning is a bit tricky. Et, not a E, but et, mer, émerchi, émerchicourt, right? A good breath. Émerchicourt. Yes. Now, arriving at Montchecourt. So again, it ends the same way with court. And there is a sh in there. It's a little different. And oh yeah, there's that French sound, the on, right? On. So let's go for it. So it goes like this. Montchecourt, Montchecourt, Montchecourt. Good breath. Montchecourt. Encore. Again. Montchecourt. Yes. Next, at kilometer 114.1, kilomètre au kilomètre 114,1. Similar names. Oh yeah, because they're interesting. They're going back to one of these. So they will depart from Auberchicourt. I know. Okay. Auberchicourt. Aubert, so O and R. Aubert. Aubert. Auberchi. Auberchi. Right? Good breath. Auberchi. And court. Auberchicourt. Good breath avec moi, with me. Auberchicourt. All right? Okay, one more time. Auberchicourt. There you go. And now, for this little stage, they will arrive at the previous one we did a few seconds ago, which is Émerchicourt. Oh, I can't make this up. All right, let's go back to it. Émer, Émerchicourt, émerchi, Émerchicourt. Good breath with me. Émerchicourt. There you go. Next is, I think, an easier one. Next, at kilometer 119.6 au kilomètre 119,6, they will arrive at, it starts with a French A, abscon, abscon. It starts pretty much like abs, right? With a French accent. So, abs, abs, all right? Abs, con, 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 con. And so we take a good breath. Abscon, right? Encore, again. Abscon. All right, next up at kilometer 126.7 au kilomètre 126,7, they will depart from, this one is not too bad, I think, R. Well, there you go for the French R. The French R right there in one town's name. R. R. All right? R. And they will arrive in, that's a little bit trickier. Let's go for it and we'll break it down. It's called Vendigny-Amage. We can do this, we can do this. Now, in Vendigny, we have twice the sound I, the big smile, banana smile. I, ni. So the second I is with the sound nya. Ni, ni, ni. Right? So I, ni. Encore. I, ni. Then it starts with vent, vent, vent. And the whole little part here goes like this. Vendigny. Right? Encore. Again. Vendigny. Right? And the second part of the name is just don't pretend pretend. There's no H in there. And we start with the letter A. So we start with a French A. Amage. 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 Yes. Amage. Good breath. Amage. So let's try to pronounce it just, straight up. Good breath. Vendigny-Amage. Encore again. Vendigny-Amage. Okay, one more time. Vendigny-Amage. Voila! Yep. Next, at kilometer 133.4 au kilomètre 133,4, they will arrive at the town or in the town of, again, don't pay attention to the way it's spelled, Warlin. Warlin. Wa, just like in Wano back earlier. Here it's wa, with then a R, war, and then we have lin, Warlin. Good breath. Warlin. Encore. Warlin. Right? And they will arrive in... Okay. Brillon. Brillon. Remember the funny French sound? So many of them. But I know you guys, at least English speakers like to pronounce this. Right? Yon. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brie, just like the cheese, right? Brie. Brie, just like the cheese with a French accent. Brie. Brilliant. Brilliant. Encore. Brilliant. There you go. Next. At kilometer, where am I? 136.9 au kilomètre 136,9, they will arrive in... Alright, let's do this. Tilloy les Marchiennes. Alright, we can do this. I'll break it down. Tilloy. T, big smile, banana smile. And then there's the sound wa, preceded by l. So loi. So we have Illois, that starts with a t. Tilloy, les. Oh gosh. Tilloy les. Good breath. Tilloy les. Yes. Tilloy les. Marchiennes. So here we have mar, chienne, and then it goes a bit faster and it goes into chienne, marchienne. Good breath. Marchienne. Okay, so let's try the whole name. Good breath with me. Tilloy les Marchiennes. Encore. Tilloy les Marchiennes. Encore une fois, one more time. Tilloy les Marchiennes. Yep. We did this one, we did it. And arriving to... Alright, let's try this one now. Sars et Rosières. Okay, let's break it down. Sars, so you know, typical French A, which is a, just like in abscon, Abancourt, right? Here, it starts with a S, Sars. It starts with a S and it ends with a S, right? With a in between. So we have Sars. Encore, Sars. And it goes into E. So we have Sars et, encore, Sars et Rosières. I know there's two R in there. I mean, in this part. Rosières. Ro. Little breath. Tongue stays put down in your mouth. Ro, or plutôt, actually, ro. Rosie, hier. Rosière. Encore, rosière. So as a whole, we have, let's take a good breath. Remember the French A, and let's start with sa. Sars et Rosières. Good breath. Sars et Rosières. Encore. Sars et Rosières. Well, you see, it's possible. In fact, French, nothing is impossible in French. Well, that's what they say. All right, next up is kilometer 143.4 au kilomètre 43,4. They will arrive, our favorite writers, hopefully, will arrive in Bousigne. Bousigne. So we have bou, bou, right? Bou. Bou. Oh, actually, I made a mistake. It's harder than that. It's Bousigny. So it's similar to the one we did earlier, which was Vendigny, etc. So here we have Bousigny. So bou, zi, ni. So again, the sound nya, 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 that goes into a e, a banana smile. Nya, nya, ni. Oh yeah, I know. Ni. Bousigny. Encore. Bousigny. One more time, one last time maybe. Bousigny. Right? Okay. Arriving at Millonfosse. I'll help you. That's why I'm here for. Yeah, let's see. Million. So I would say, well, yon, ion. And we start with an M. Million. Because it's not over. Million. Good breath. Fausse. Let's say it as a whole. Good breath. Millonfosse. Encore. Millonfosse. And one more time. Millonfosse. There you go. Okay, next up, that's kilometer 150.3 au kilomètre 150,3. Our favorite, hopefully, writers will arrive in Hainaut. Again, it's spelled differently, but don't pay attention to that. It is pronounced just the way I did. Hainaut. Now, I did take a breath, but yeah, no H. We start with a French A. Hainaut. On. Hainaut. Hainaut. Your turn. There you go. And let's do it together. Good breath. Hainaut. Not bad, huh? And they will then arrive in Vallers. A, and then there's R, and ending with S. Ers. So as a whole, it's Vallers. A good breath with me, avec moi, with me. Vallers. Yes, Vallers. To finally make it to the finish line, l'arrivée, the finish line at kilometer 157, au kilomètre 157, they will arrive in Arenberg, bear. It's like a bear with a French accent, right? Bear. So it's Arenberg. Encore. Arenberg. And the second part of the finish line, l'arrivée, is Porte du Hainaut. Porte, horte, right? Porte du, Porte du Hainaut. Hainaut. No. French no. Hainaut. Hainaut. Porte du Hainaut. A good breath with me. Porte du Hainaut. Yes. Okay, one last time, just because. Porte du Hainaut. All right, we did it, you guys. This was the whole, the whole stage 5 that will be on July the 6th of this 2022 Tour de France. We did it. Wow. I'm sure it was a lot of work, but you see, as long as we break it down, we can do it. All right. Well, let me know which town, or which name was the hardest for you to pronounce, or maybe which one was the easiest. Let me know in the comments below. And if you subscribe, you'll be able, especially if you ring the bell, you'll be notified of future episodes, because I'm going to try to cover, of course, this whole Tour de France. So if you want to know about more stages, episodes, just subscribe, click the bell, and I'll see you here next time for stage number 6, I believe. Yes. All right, onward for stage number 6. You take care. Bye.